You always want to put your best foot forward, especially if you're in business. You want to put your best product out there. You want to put your best services out there. You want to put your best self out there. But what happens when your drive to give your best turns into perfectionism? And as that almost always does, turns into procrastination. Very hard to make it in business when you're procrastinating all the time. And that's what perfectionism drives us to. I had this epiphany moment about what my best looks like in business, but I'm going to share that with you. And I want to share with you how to reframe what the best means for you as a business owner. That's what we're going to go into in this episode right here. Let's do it.
You're listening to Mindset Mastery Moment, your quick daily mindset reset. I'm your host, Paul Desmond Adams. I believe when you change the world within you, you'll change the world around you. That's why this show is designed to put you into your best mindset for success in your business, your relationships, and your life, all in under 10 minutes. So let's get started.
All right, before I dig in, as always, I want to ask you to give this show a 5-star rating and a review if you love it. If it's helped you out, I would so appreciate that because we relaunched last Monday, a week ago today, and it's so important to let people know that, hey, we're back here. We started this show in 2014, and some people have fallen off, and we want to bring them back. We want to welcome back in. 10 minutes every single day to help you reframe and reset your mindset so that you can have the very best day possible, whether it's in business, in relationships, or in your life. My dogs are very happy about that. They want you to do a 5-star rating and review for their dad's show. So please, would you do that? I would appreciate it. That's what you do when the dogs bark and you're recording a podcast. You just make them part of the show. So there you go. See, nothing's imperfect. Nothing imperfect is not good enough to put out there. You know what I mean? Let's jump into this episode. You know, striving to be your very best is truly a valuable attribute. It's something you should be proud of. You should always put your best forward. But you've got to really think about your best differently when it comes to business. You can't always do perfect best, right? You might want to sit down if you've got a hobby and you're building model airplanes or something. You can take time to do all the little details and add little stuff here and there and really just make it perfect. But when you're in business, you don't have time to do all that stuff. Let me give you the best example I can come up with. And I learned this new way of approaching my best from Kevin Hart. He's actually written a book on mindset and personal development. Really a great book. And so the way I think about this is more of like if I had told you you're in a competition to see who can draw the very best horse. All right? Here you go. You and one other person. Let's see. Here's a sketch pad. Here's a bunch of pencils. Go for it. Draw the very best horse. Now, you can sit there and you can take your time and you can draw the little shapes. And I'm not a drawer, but I probably should get a better analogy. But you can draw all the little fine hairs and the mane on the horse and the tail and the wind wisping some of those little hairs around. You can do all that and some shading and reflection in the horse's eyes. Maybe even put the horse in a beautiful setting with a lake and all of that stuff, right? And you can just really put everything into a perfect drawing. Even if you're not a great artist, it's going to be amazing if you just really look at all those details and you take your time and you do your very best. I'm going to give you a stack of erasers too, so you can fix things and do all that. That's phenomenal. And you can do an amazing job. But that doesn't represent what it's like in business. This is more what you do when you're in business. All right, here you go. You're in a competition to see who can draw the very best horse while running a 5K race. All right, here we go. You got to cross the finish line or your horse doesn't even get looked at. All right, and you got to do that within a certain amount of time, 30 minutes or less, okay, for a 5K. Ready? Here you go. Here's your pad. Here's your pencils. Here's your erasers. Go. And you're running and your horse is going to look totally different than the other horse. Now, it's still got to look good or you're not going to beat the competition. You're not going to have a great product that's out there. So you're going to take your time and you're going to meter things. You're going to find this balance between running and drawing. You're maybe not going to run your fastest, but you're also not going to draw your very best. And that's more what business is like. You're going to be sitting there reaching in your pocket for an eraser and you're running and you're trying to erase this one thing and you're looking over there, you're just trying to do this horse and you're going to make it pretty good. But if you cross the finish line 3 hours later, it doesn't matter. You're out of the competition. But if you also just draw some stick figure horse and you cross that finish line before the competition, they're going to beat you. So it's finding that balance. That truly is what business is like. It's quality and quantity, if you will. It's how quickly you can get a viable product to the market. And if you change your mindset on that, you can say, wow, man, I did a great drawing of a horse considering I ran a 5K in under 30 minutes, right? And that's what you do in business. You say, man, I put out a great podcast considering the fact that I still have a full-time job. I still got kids to help with their homework. I've still got to cook dinner and get groceries and all that stuff. And I still put out this great podcast every single week. That's to be commended. Or maybe you're a coach and you'd love to have beautiful, amazing handouts and worksheets and stuff like that for your clients with beautiful illustrations and pictures and pull quotes, all that wonderful stuff. But you've also got to do it quickly. So doing it quickly and doing it well, they sometimes compete with each other. So please shift your mindset on that one. You can do an amazing job within the time window that you have. That, honestly, for me, is something I remind myself of every single day. I'm drawing a horse while I'm running a 5K as quickly as I can. And that really is what business is like. All right. So think about that today as you're trying to get things done and you're maybe getting into some perfectionism. Remember, it's good enough to ship and you got to ship it quick. That's who wins in business. All right. Thank you so much. Hey, if you want to dive into this stuff a little bit deeper with me, I'm really eager to help people like you, maybe, who are in a place where you're in a job that maybe doesn't inspire you. It leaves you a little empty and drained at the end of the day. You know, you've got that little spark inside of you. You have this vision to do something amazing that really, really resonates with your soul, but you're just not sure how to do it. Maybe it is an online business, or maybe it's something else that you want to do, put a book out or something like that. I can help you. I've been there. That's where I was a few years ago. And I can help you navigate the path out of that so that you can actually get the life that you want to live while doing something of service to others that's incredibly meaningful. It resonates with your soul. It fuels you up every single day. You don't worry about Monday mornings anymore. If you think that would be just exactly what you want and you want to talk to me about it, you can go to pauldesmondadams.com/breakthrough. Again, it's pauldesmondadams.com/breakthrough. We'll set up a 60-minute time where we can sit down and figure out, you know what, where are you at? What's your struggles? What are you really dreaming of? What are you hoping for? And we'll look at what it would take to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And we'll make that work all within your schedule. When you go to that website, you'll see a calendar. You pick a date that works for you. And on there, you'll see my available times. Pick one. I'll get the invite. You'll get the invite. We'll jump on a Zoom call and we'll talk about it. There's no cost to you at all. Let's talk about what you really want to be doing with your life. All right. Again, it's pauldesmondadams.com/breakthrough. Thank you so much. Remember, perfect while running fast. That's what you're striving for. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.